Okay, so hello everybody, and today we are talking about health. It's very important topic, so I chose this topic after the topic on learning English because we are learning English on our platform Feli Talk. So today, actually, I chose the topic health. So to stay healthy, you need to do certain routines. Everybody knows these routines. First of all, you need to keep your sleeping routine. To do that, you need to go to sleep at a certain time every day. And even if you are having such a time zone problem that you are working with, for example, Hong Kong, or you're working with Europe, you need to align with the time zone of the country you are working with, and you need to go to bed at one time and to get up at the certain time every morning. So how can you do it? Actually, our body goes to sleep with the sunset. It is naturally. Long ago, when people used to get up because they had cows, they had sheep, they had goats, and nowadays, even in rural areas, some people they still have this animal husbandry at home. So they need to get up at certain time every morning, and to do that, they go to bed with the sunset and get up with with the sunrise, with the dawn. And our body, it starts generating the melatonin hormone every time in the evening when the lights are dimming to become less bright, to become dim. The word dim about when the lights are dimming. So when the lights are dimming, when it's getting darker, our body starts producing the melatonin feeling sleepy, feeling sleepy. So you start feeling drowsiness and eventually you go to bed. And then you sleep around 7, 8 hours and get up in the morning. So this routine is good. But what to do if you work, for example, with Europe and have different time zone? For that, you need to. There is such a blue light. The bright lamps in the office they produce a lot of light of the blue range. So there are special blockages. Special, you can start wearing sunglasses which block this blue spectre, and that start making you feel drowsy. And after that, you can go to bed at the time when, for example, Europe works. So to get up, you can also, there are special lamps that you can tune them to start producing the light. And that light you can use to make brighter and brighter, and eventually you get up. These bright lamps, they imitate the sunrise. So the dawn and the sunrise. But also, it's nice in this topic. We can also slightly touch the topic of articles. For example, do you know that with the words morning, evening, afternoon, we need to use the article there. But the dawn can be used either with dawn, with the or without the. So it is very important to use the articles. So actually, getting back to our subject on health. So it's nice. It's very important to have a good sleeping routine. What about food? Do you consider eating plants more healthy or healthier, or or you cannot live without meat and fish? Tell me in the comments. So the word plant-based diet. Actually, PhD PhD of Harvard University recommends only just when I was preparing for our today's streaming, I watched the video of the Harvard PhD who is eating only plants, and he is eating only 1 meal a day. He thinks this is the key to our longevity. Do you know the word longevity? Longevity means the ability to live longer. So longevity. For that, we need to eat plant-based food. But some people cannot live without meat, and they cannot live without fish. So tell me in the chat whether you prefer meat or fish, or you prefer eating plants. For those who has just connected, I reminding that today's topic is health. Today's topic is health. And we are talking now currently about, so we covered already in our stream the topic of sleep and the diet, healthy sleep and a healthy diet. So I cannot live without meat because I cannot imagine living only on lentils or salads or cereals. This is just impossible for me. But also, fish is more recommended than meat because, for example, fish is the good source of proteins, and the balance of fats and proteins is better in fish than in meat, especially in red meat. Poultry is more preferable than red meat, but you can eat poultry. Poultry, if who doesn't know the word poultry is means the meat of chicken or any other um, birds that fly or not fly. Chicken, hence they cannot fly, you know. So, however, they are birds, but they cannot fly. So, actually, other than that, we all need proteins in our cells. We all are made of proteins, and all are made of cells. And proteins are, without going very deeply into the biochemistry, proteins are made of the amino acids, and amino acids are made from other structures. But all our cells, they are dividing. We cannot live without the division of cells. And the term of life of a cell is from few days to years. For example, uh, bones, they are there for years. So we only can lose, it's very hard to gain the bone mass back. We can only lose bone mass. So to all for the division of our cells and for the renovation of our cells in the body, we need proteins. For the mitosis process, there are 4 phases of the mitosis. For each stage of mitosis, we need proteins because there are plenty of ferments in our cells that help us to generate new new DNA, and not DNA, new RNA, and new DNA as well, because the chromosomes, they multiply from one cell, they become 2 cells, etc. So the mechanism of the DNA is inside the cell, but it's being replicated. This is called the replication of the DNA. So actually, for that process, we also need proteins. For each movement of our body, for our muscles, our in our inside of our muscle cells, there are calcium channels. So we not only need proteins. Going further to our second thing that everybody needs supplements, because without the calcium, without iron, without uh, zinc, we cannot have the normal lifestyle. We cannot have normal health. So you can type in the chat which type of supplements you use. Uh, Actually, this is the quite complicated topic, because usually it's very easy just to get one pill of supplements and to think that you covered all the necessary elements, micro elements that you need for your body. But in fact, some micro elements, they are not being connected. Uh, they are not interrelated with each other. They cannot correlate with each other. For example, zinc and and cu- and cuprum, they cannot live together. For example, they cannot be consumed together, because the intake of one micro element leads to the outflow of the body of another element. They cannot be digested together. So other than that, supplements, there are plenty of supplements, antioxidants. Also, they are very good for those people who work every day for many hours. For that, you need to have some antioxidative effect on your cells. So by many of it is not clear whether antioxidants, they really prevent aging, but they prevent oxidation inside of our cells. Since I told you that our cells, they are dividing permanently, also this involves the process of oxidation. The process of oxidation is necessary for in this process of the cells division and all the metabolic reactions in our cells. For that, but also this oxidation leads to oxidative stress and to aging and to diseases. So it's very important to bind this oxygen which causes oxidation, and to prevent thus the oxidative stress in our cells. For that, we need to take supplements of astaxanthin, and blueberry extract is very good. Bilberry extract. So astaxanthin, bilberry extract. Also, it is very important to have green tea. Green tea has a lot of also nice traits of anti-cancer effect and antioxidants. As well, we need to not to forget about fatty acids. Fatty acids, they prevent our vessels, our arteries to be blocked by cholesterol formations, which leads to less blood flow within these vessels, and this thus, when heart does not get enough blood, the tissues, they don't have enough oxygen and blood, and this may cause to failures in the work of the heart. So it means that we need to prevent our arterioles from the formation of these cholesterol formations. And that means we need to eat more meat, more fish, sorry, and less fatty meat, also because of this reason. And we need also to get the omega-3 fatty acids, because I even don't go very much further investigation of the positive benefits of using the omega-3 fatty acids, because I just take it as a rule. If so many scientific researches and articles have been made, and so many papers have been written on this topic, it means that there is no longer any further doubt about this matter. Also, it is very good for skin. Those people who experience dry skin or start having wrinkles, it is nice to have omega-3. So I will write in the chat omega-3 fatty acids, fatty acids. Actually, I personally take 750 milligrams every day. 50 milligrams every day, and I'm not sure whether I can use any names of the brands here in the stream, but I'm using Solgar. It's quite a big pill, but I'm trying to take it, Solgar. So actually, number number 4 important thing to get healthy is exercises. Exercise is number 3 point is exercises. So you can tell me in chat how often do you exercise and what kind of exercises you are doing, whether you like jogging or swimming, or you are going to the fitness gym, doing yoga, pilates. Actually, it is recommended to have three times a day cardio training, which causes stress on your heart. When you have a lack of oxygen inflow, that is causing the positive stress on your body, which also makes the input to your longevity. But actually, of course, how can we exercise and not to forget exercising, and not to forget, yeah, how can we not forget exercising with such busy lives we are having? But it only depends on your priorities and how you value your life. Because if you know, there are business books, and in these business books, for example, the book of Stephen Covey, Seven Habits of Highly Efficient People. In this book, there is just like the special chapter of this book that you need to have the owning of your soul. Uh, because there are resources and there are outcomes of these resources. So if you there is a legend that there was a guy, and that guy found a goose who brought the golden eggs, and who has been bringing the golden eggs. And the man, all every morning he took these golden eggs from this goose. But one day he thought, why not to cut the belly of this goose? Maybe there are a lot of golden eggs inside. But there were no golden eggs. He just killed the goose. Just like the same can be applied to our health. While we are young, while we are 20 or 25, we think that we will stay energetic and healthy forever, but it's not the case. And it's not only important to do it, it's important to do it regularly, every three times a week, to do jogging, 3 times a week to do training. But it's also important to have such a habit and to have such a vision, and not to kill your goose that is bringing you golden eggs, not to uh, make the run out of your resources, but to actually to finish your resources soon, but to invest in your health. That's why let's talk about our exercises, which everyone must do. For example, you can tell me which do you like jogging? As I've already mentioned, the exercises that cause the lack of oxygen in our blood flow, they cause the positive stress on our body. By the way, have you heard about scuba diving and as a way to extend your some formation in your cells that called telomeres? You can tell me this. How often do you do by the way, with the word often, always, usually, every day, every week, every month, as a rule, we use present simple. Let's not forget about this rule. So, so, do you do fitness? Do you go to the gym? Tell me this. What about yoga and Pilates? What are the ways to do you do meditation? Actually, I've never practiced meditation. I'm just trying to be focused in the moment and to analyze my my actions. Number one, it's not always easy to analyze thoughts and feelings because we are in actions and we must do some action actually before we analyze our thoughts and feelings, but it is also important to analyze our thoughts and feelings, to take time and to think, is the thought that I have in my mind real, or is it just my thought? It does not have it has anything in common with the reality. So I maybe one more thing that everybody must experience is to meditate. This is what actually doctors also recommend. Doctors of functional and traditional medical science, they they recommend meditation. But actually, I think I'm calm enough to live in the moment and to analyze my thoughts, my actions. But it's not always about thoughts and actions. Sometimes we need just to accomplish our goals in life. So we just more focus on what we are doing than what we are thinking. But it's also very important to be focused. So also about Pilates. What did you hear? Did you have you heard about Pilates? Actually, I was practicing Pilates I practiced Pilates when I was 17. Actually, ads will run shortly. Just be prepared, be ready that in 50 seconds you will have ads. I'm not sure whether you will hear me while I'm talking, so I will just repeat. I will just repeat my speech about Pilates. But Pilates was invented by Joseph Pilates. This is a good technique to keep your back muscles strong and your spine strong as well. Uh, for that, you need to do exercises which make your core muscles strong. Core muscles are muscles that lift, that support all our inner parts of the body. So, ads inserted. Okay, if you are interested, you can watch this later. So they support all the muscles of our body. So this is the actually the for some women, maybe some girls are also watching this. So for you girls, this is a nice trick how to have a nice abs without making it overly bulky, overly big and masculine. You can try Pilates. This helps you to keep your abs very strong and very firm and very thick and very potent, so and also these exercises, they'll help to for your back muscles. I've never tried yoga actually, but I think it's nice to also to try yoga as well. I would definitely, it's I have two kids actually, and husband who needs, they all need my time and attention. That's why it's very hard to find time just first to do jogging. Because as for me, I cannot imagine my exercising without first jogging. Because jogging energizes me and helps me to feel prepared for the further exercises. So first of all, I'm doing jogging, and after that, by the way, there is one also for girls. If girls see me, there is one very good, very good training from Cindy Crawford. It was made like 30 years ago, but it's very nice, and you can find it. You can find these her videos on the internet, on YouTube, with dumbbells. Do you know what the dumbbell is? You can also write to me in the chat if you know what the dumbbell is. So actually, for this group of muscles, so I'm not the huge fan of yoga, but also also the yoga is recommended by many people to relax. So actually, what else? Uh, Supplements, exercises, good sleeping routine, and good diet. But what about when we have done all the routines and this is the end of the day and we are thinking we've spent all the day doing only healthy things. We didn't go to restaurant to have some scoop of ice cream. We didn't go to the cinema to have some popcorn. Even if this popcorn is with some chemical flavor, but we would enjoy it. So tell me in chat how you um, how you are having fun after all what you are doing, all the routines that you are following, and after all the activities that you are making, that you are doing. Um, for your success. So, for example, as for me, sometimes I prefer singing in karaoke. Just like 2 last minutes of our summing up. Because we are talking about rules, must, and all the routines that we must do. But what about our reward for that? Except good health, but for something for our soul. I like going to karaoke, but karaoke are currently closed because of war. It's not even pleasant for me to think that I may ask any restaurant workers about the karaoke. Actually, should I ask? What do you think? Because I really like singing, and it's nice. Sometimes I really sing. When I wash dishes, I sing. When I vacuum cleaning, I sing. So I think such therapies for our soul, not only body, are also needed. So actually, there is one last minute of our stream, so you can tell me in the chat what you liked from what I said, what you wouldn't like to perform, and what you would like to try if you haven't tried it yet. So you can type me, and if you have any questions, you can also ask. I will try to be concise and efficient in my answers. Okay, so since there are no more questions, You can tell me also which topics you would like to see the next time. We had topics on success, we had topics on English, we had topics on food. So, which topics are important? You can tell me. Okay, since there are no more questions, bye bye. Have a nice day.